There's just 1 week of buys left, and I'd say that I can't wait for it to be over, but I'll miss this best 18 lifelines and 3 trades per week. I bloody need all the help I can get. It's time for your weekly fantasy therapy session. It's time for the weekend wash-up.
Get around him! Get around him! Push up! Oh, and he's talking a bit of trash too!
What a joker.
He's coming off. Get him back off. Get him off. Get him off. Come on. Rocket. We can't hear.
Disgusting football! Disgusting football! That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's giving me! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Yes, that's right. It's that time of week. We are back again. As always, I'm your host, Matt, and joining me is David. Mate, how are you?
Yeah, pretty good, thanks. Yeah, it's a good weekend. It's pretty wet and windy in Perth this weekend, so...
There was a fair bit of footy watch for me this weekend because, my God, it has been a shocker.
Yeah, wouldn't want to go out today, this weekend, I think.
No.
Yeah.
Did you play Saturday, or are you still out injured?
No, unfortunately, that was my return game, and it was not fun. So,
Grim day?
Yeah, grim day. Lucky there was no footy in or AFL in Perth on Saturday. That was a bad day.
I tell you, because I went a little bit early with the tweet on Wednesday night during Origin.
Yeah.
When it was just pissing down and Optus was getting muddied, and I was going, hang on, Thursday night is going to be the worst. Could be the worst AFL game of all time. Should have said could. Instead, I said did. It will be.
And you got hosed.
Probably rightfully so, because in the end, Thursday was just bright sunshine
it was
all
nice.
day.
Yeah, it was pretty good
So
day.
I'm starting to think there's some kind of conspiracy between the weather reporters and bloody sports bet.
Yeah.
Because everyone's on the unders. This is going to be a shocker.
Yeah.
And it was dry as a bone.
Yeah.
So,
and there was a few big scores in that game. We'll obviously get to it. But
people did cash in.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it was good fun over the weekend. Having the Discord that we started up last week.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Having a bit of a safe space to let everyone kind of, vent their frustrations, give a bit of ongoing commentary about the teams from the game without pissing off their mates that don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, that don't really care,
Sharing it with like-minded folks.
Yeah.
So if you missed it last week, we did start a free Discord where we'll be hosting trade talks on Wednesday nights, which is, come have a bit of a laugh. We were on Darcy this week, so there might actually be some reasonable advice in there sometimes.
Yeah, maybe.
And we'll do our weekend recaps on Sunday mornings where we'll pretty much just do an open mic and come in and we'll just have a chat, see how we're going. And look, we're just looking to build a community there where everyone can just kind of discuss the games, discuss trades, discuss whatever fantasy. Mainly just what shits them, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
With like-minded folks. So, we'll leave the link in our bios and... get around it.
Yeah, please. Please join if you can. It is good. It is good fun.
It was good fun. Yeah. I enjoyed that.
All right, what'd you score this week?
Getting on to the scores and the rank, and I went 1884. So I actually went up in rank with that, which is just astonishing how I went down with almost 2,000 last week.
How many ranks?
And I felt like I had a shocker here.
How many ranks did you go up?
To a couple hundred.
Okay.
So look, but that's because of my rank shit. So... for anyone with a decent team, that was probably smack bang on par.
Yeah.
So look, I can't be upset with it. Obviously, Whitfield was the bullet that. Well, frankly, if you didn't have Whitfield, it's a bit of a piss take. Yeah. Because you've probably got a pretty shit team. So.
Oof. Wow.
I'm a little bit salty.
Yeah.
A little bit salty about that one.
Yeah, a bit of added salt in that one, I reckon.
Well, it just, we'll get onto it in this game shits me, but it's just not right. Seeing a bloke like that go down, concussed for 20, it happens, last year it was Tom Green. There was a Mills, he's done it.
Yeah, Whitfield, we'll get to it, but he got burned for a +6 in that play, and then he basically threw his head into
Toby Bedford.
Into Ben King's
Toby Bedford ruined our week.
Yeah.
So,
Ruins
there you go. So, anyway, look, it was okay, but there's still shit to cry about, as always.
I scored 1879, so just 5 points less than you. I actually dropped 1 rank this week to 1,440. So,
wow. So you couldn't be more par for your rank there.
I think so. I think that was about exactly par, yeah. Obviously had Whitfield as well. I had Richards captain, so that was just a pisser of a second half.
Yeah. Did you lose your head a bit there?
Oh, maybe.
I mean, I love Ed. Not as much as you, but I love Ed as a player. But that was
Yeah, I don't know. against the Tigers.
I think he had one score above 110 for the season.
Yeah, he had 140 on the Tigers last year. I think there was a bit in there. But had a couple others obviously stink it up. So, but look, you can't complain. Didn't go down in rank massively. So, just one spot.
I mean, it's pretty you look at it. Yeah, we're not really going anywhere. Are we? Bit of treading water.
Well, it's gonna be interesting next week, mate. Let's be honest.
Yes. Now, next week will be the test. So, and you've continued to slide then, I've just realised.
Yeah.
Still yet to see a green arrow.
Yeah, we'll see one next week, I reckon.
You up and about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be trouble for me next week. So, let's grade my trade.
Go on.
And 2 out of 3 for me here. So, Newcombe to Bont.
Yep.
George Stewart, I just thought, a bit boring. Don't really want to go there. He went 102, Bont went 120. So, there's an extra 20 points almost. Look, I can't be upset with that. Bont was awesome. Could have maybe asked for more, but potentially being greedy. Probably should have captained him, to be honest.
Probably.
So anyway, that cost me a little bit. Rankin to Darcy. Oh, that first half.
Oh man,
fucking hell!
Anyone that traded in Darcy that had traded in Darcy this week and was watching that first half or watching the scores was just sitting there going, "This is
mate." Getting to enjoy watching because I always thought, the commentators, fucking give it a rest. He's good, but come on. But then watching that first half with him in my fantasy team and the fact that he was on track for 30 and 6, I'm sitting there going, this is a fucking piss take.
Yeah, he was doing some special things, but then the second half, the Bulldogs decided to just
the Bulldogs
turn into
shit house.
Prime shit West Coast or something.
Mate, I think I saw 15 balls sail over his head. When he had 20 metres space on the lead. Yeah. So I don't know what the fuck was going on there.
Never mind. 114 still very good.
114 was massive. Got his break even. I mean, look, key forward or not, he's just unstoppable.
Yeah. Yep.
So that was a good one. And then here we go. Will Ashcroft, which I know a lot of people traded him. He went 100. He's a big game player, Will. No. So I probably should have seen that coming.
We should have. And that's on us.
He would have gone this week anyway. So it's not a huge deal. But what does piss me off is the fact that after watching him fucking dominate for 3 months, I bring in Connor Rosie. And it was just the same bullshit I've seen last year and the year before that. Just pathetic.
It's his lowest score of the year.
Yeah. Doesn't surprise me. What a joke. So I've got to grade it a B. Could have got Wanger.
Yeah, we spoke about this.
Could have got Wanger. Fucking hell.
I didn't realise that was his last score. That is, trading that into that's not ideal.
His face annoys me as well. I don't know why I did it.
Yeah, so I moved on Riley Hardiman this week to Alex Taru. So I think he scored 49. He actually looked all right. He started with a donut, I think, in the first quarter.
Right.
And I tell you what, I can see why he got suspended for 4 weeks. He just throws himself at everything.
You wouldn't get many quicker stints in a team than Hardiman.
Yeah.
For your boys.
Just a shocker. Just a shocker. I think he had 57 this week, so it wasn't like he scored well.
No.
And then swapped Peatling to Sam Darcy, which is a good tick, and then Ashcroft over to Bont. So obviously, as you said, Will Ashcroft scoring 108, not ideal, but at the same time moved him to Bont, so Bont we take that. And Ashcroft would have gone. So I think a solid.
Take that all day.
Solid B. We'll give anyway.
Yep.
Who you got, mate? Winner of the week. Who have you got?
Winner of the week, and it can only be one man, the Doc.
Yeah.
Sam Doherty, 131.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Now, was it his best ever game? No. Do we give a shit? Absolutely not. Because old Doc was back, taking a whopping 16 marks and even getting his kick-ins back. He was fucking everywhere. Now, look, yes, he didn't look as clean as his old self, but he was about the only bloody blue bagger out there actually having a dip. That was embarrassing from them for 3 quarters. And look, while he's got that role, he's going to score like a premium. I'm just thinking fuck. Blues lose to Kangas. Doc
dominates.
But he wasn't as clean. It wasn't prime Doc. It was in terms of getting the peel. But what he did with it, he can be better. But hey, like I say, he wasn't the worst out there. And look, regardless, it's a monster score for his cash shen. And simply, just in general, a monster score for our teams when we needed it the most. So, absolute legend, Doc.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Fingers crossed he keeps that role, because if he does, he could be a 105 plus guy for the rest of the season. Wait and see on that. But for 800k, unbelievable. So he saved the day.
Yeah, no, that was a massive score.
Massive.
Especially considering what he dropped last week, like to come back with
Well,
that.
I think he's averaging almost 110 for me now, even with that last week.
So he's just taking the piss.
He's got a ceiling.
Yep, incredible. And as you said, hopefully he keeps that role. Yeah, for me, it has to be, and I don't think he's got it this year yet.
Wow.
Which is pretty wild considering.
You were a little bit of a hater on him. You were on his back early, but it's just because you saw his potential.
Last year I was because he was a bit tough. Pre-season I had him as my lock and then didn't start with him, I think.
We're talking about
Nazaya Wanganeen-Milera, 125. Yep, just taking his game to a whole new level this season. He's averaging 109 across the season now, which includes 123 in his last three, with back-to-back scores of 125 plus.
Unbelievable.
So, yep.
I don't know why I continue to hate on him.
No.
Because I don't think I've ever owned him in fantasy. Yeah. I never bring him in. I'm watching him go 120 every week. Can clubs stop Saints' only player from having 25 kicks every week?
Yeah.
It's fucking unreal.
Nah, he is a joke. And like you see him get it back there, like they'll handball it out the back to him and he's in the goal square under all sorts of pressure. And it just looks like time stops for him.
He's the only bloke that's going to get the ball out of there.
Yeah.
Just shut him down.
He is very classy and he's climbing for marks in the contest now. It's
the only hard watch with NWM now is not having him.
Yeah, 100%.
It makes Saints a fucking tough watch.
Yeah,
and I tell you, if you want to go through worst keeper trades of all time, back when I was overloaded with defenders and really needed a forward, I don't think you're beating NWM for Shy Bolton.
Is that what you did?
Anytime soon.
Oh, jeez.
And Shy Bolton now on the waivers.
Yeah. NWM had 35 disposals, including 7 marks, and he's currently D1 on average. So, pretty incredible.
He's fucking good.
But now to the real reason we go to this podcast, loser of the week.
Yeah, my loser of the week, and I've already started because, as I said, complete pissant.
Already mentioned.
Connor Rosie, 79. That fucking pissant. It is bullshit. I went through the same shit last year.
Yeah.
And I have to watch him take the complete Michael Jamison for 3 months straight to start the season. And yet 2 minutes into this game, for the first time I actually watched him closely and owning him, when he got nailed holding the ball in the first 2 minutes, I knew it was over before I started. And I was called a bit of a, it was called a head loss, but bit of a sook because we were 5 minutes into the game. No, you can just tell.
Yeah.
Because James Jordan went to him. Probably stood, somewhat close to him. A player was within a few metres of him. Might have accidentally breathed on him. And that was it. Kind of said, no, that's too much for me. I'm done. Fucking pathetic. Just, it's so annoying. He annoys me so much.
As we said just before, the lowest score of the season for him. So,
He'd barely been tagged all year.
And the irony being, he was just such a clear player to start the season. We should have started him in our teams.
If I had him in my team before this, it'd be, he went 79, he's been good, whatever.
You
Trading him in for that? Nah.
Not right.
Fuck you, mate.
Yeah, unlucky, mate. Zach Merritt's mine with 57 of the worst.
Wow.
He's averaging 81 for me since I brought him in after that Tigers game. As I said last week, he had a couple of stinkers before that, and as one of the guys in the Discord mentioned, actually, the 4 matchups in hindsight were probably not great ones to buy into.
No.
Yeah.
No.
His role is just all over the shop at the moment, and honestly, his teammates fucking suck.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't get the ball himself, they're not getting it to him.
It looks to me, and I don't want to speak for him, but it looks like he can't be fucked anymore.
Yeah.
He's basically going, you know what? This team's shit. Fuck this.
Yeah.
He looks like he said, fuck this.
Well, mate, I've said fuck this.
You've done it before. And can you blame Zach Merritt? You look what he's done for that club and you look where they were and where they are now.
Yeah.
Look, as a non-owner, I can say, you know what? Fucking fair enough, Zach.
It's fine.
As an owner.
Apparently he was on the wing. He's out on the wing.
And Brad Scott said, right, let's fucking throw him all over the shop.
Game was on the line. Get the skipper out in the wing.
Mate,
Embarrassing.
I'm sorry. When you see like Nick Dacos fighting through windy tags, and then you see Zach Merritt getting tagged by Corey Wagner, and just rolling over.
Well, Corey Wagner got Nick Dacos earlier in the season. To be fair,
yeah, and Nick actually did feign an injury.
Yeah,
so that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Maybe a bit of a cheat tagger.
Corey Wagner, definite cheat tagger.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, definite.
Seems like the type of guy.
Yeah, but fuck me. Either way, like, Merritt's just got to find a way, man, because 81 in his last 4. We take out the 149, it'll be even worse.
Yeah.
As we spoke about last week. So
the fact that you got him after that is pretty fucked up.
That's just so dumb. But yeah, Essendon play the Suns and the Tigers coming out of the bye, so there's a big decision to make.
What I was going to end with. So Zach Merritt could go 130 very easily.
Personally, I have Whitfield, so I think I might trade him. Cause
do we have any confirmation on... We may as well speak about it now, the Whit.
So it's 12 days.
12-day break.
So, and Eagles play... Giants play Eagles in 12 days.
Yep.
So I think from tomorrow, so if we're starting Monday, as in tomorrow...
this is day one.
You reckon this is day one?
Yeah, this is definitely day one.
It's definitely not.
So, I don't know. I'm sure... I'm hoping we'll get some confirmation.
And they play on a Friday night. So the Friday, the day that they play, is day 12.
Yeah, because if he isn't going to play, then he has to go. But if he is going to play, it's like, well, I'm trading Whitfield, who's playing halfback, for 900k. He's going to play the Eagles.
Anyway.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What a game.
So either way, my team's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
And it's because I got Zach Merritt.
Yeah.
And
he has been stinking it.
Yeah.
So just quickly, before we go on to the games, just, if you want to, if you feel like it, please don't forget to give us a follow and a rating if you're listening on Spotify, or if you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And you can also follow us on X, TikTok and Instagram at The Weekend Wash Up.
Yep.
Stay up to speed.
Yeah.
Let's get on to the games, and we'll start with the Dockers and the Bombers on Thursday night. And as I said, fucking dry as a bone, step up, blanket Jackson.
Oh my God.
Now this was always going to happen. I said it on the Wednesday night, like with Darcy, when Sean Darcy was out and Goldie was getting rested.
It's over.
That was the perfect storm for Luke Jackson to take the fucking piss. And he did 48 hit-outs. He had 21 disposals. And it was he went overs because he kicked 3 snags.
Yeah.
All from 50.
Yeah, incredible goals.
Like, the one on the run, like, kind of going the wrong way.
Yeah.
He is unbelievable.
No, he's a great player.
Seriously. All right, let's look at this now. Why would you bring Sean Darcy back?
Yeah.
Like, what he is... I just don't...
He'd been playing... I think his time on ground percentage was really low in those 2 games.
60%.
So I reckon they might do that again.
Maybe.
Which is a bit weird.
So you have Jackson as a bit of an on-baller for a bit and have Darcy on the bench, like, so they're kind of 50-50 rucking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might work.
I mean, look, we saw him... So before this game, he was still like a 95 guy.
Yeah.
But then, obviously, you make Jackson like a solo ruck. He's got potential to be a 115 guy up with, those other guys at the top of the ranks. And as a forward, it's a fucking lock.
Yeah.
So...
We probably should have got him.
Yeah. I can't be upset with Darcy. No. But, yes, it was teed up. And if you VC'd him, fucking genius.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Caleb Sarong, 137. I think he just proved beyond a doubt that you have to tag Caleb Sarong.
Okay.
Because if you don't tag Caleb Sarong, he will take the piss.
2 goals, 35 disposals.
Yeah. And I think the thing is, he's been shown before that he can get beaten by a tag.
Yeah.
Badly. So, Windy's coming up next week. There is 0 doubt that he is going straight to Caleb. What does he score?
Sarong next week?
Yeah. This is the concern.
If
he can go 90s, you take that. You're just scared
against
of those...
Windy next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just get scared of... He's dropped multiple 70s and 60s this year. Anyway, off his bye...
Yeah.
Come on. At the start of the buys, he went Gold Coast, where he went 111, into his bye, into North Essen, and he's gone 146, 137, last 3 at 131.
He was a smart pickup over the buys.
At 900k.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Now, I think, I'm happy to leave it, but it was a fucking massive miss.
Yeah.
Jordan Clark. 133.
Yes.
And Clark and Ryan scored well in a win.
What?
Clark and Ryan scored well in a win.
They've gone massive there.
It was a lot. Now, I think Essendon seriously are the definition of traffic cones.
Essendon are full bright green. They're brighter than...
Because it's funny, sometimes, for whatever reason, like the Eagles, the way they play, they kind of press high. They do pressure.
Bring you down to their level a bit.
Yeah, bring you down to their level. So they don't touch it, but also teams don't seem to put high scores, whereas Richmond and Essendon, it's a come and fill your fucking boots.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they just went massive, didn't they? A couple of people brought in Clark this week, and that was just
he's got a last 5 of over 100. Last 3, 117. He's had his bye. He was 920. It was a fucking great call with that matchup.
Yeah.
I don't think he's top 6, though.
No.
Ryan, as I said, 127. He was massive too. I think he's safely on my never again. I don't really care what he's priced at. Jai Caldwell. Now, in the end, should have taken his VC. So I went his VC.
Yes.
Paid me 109. Was looking in that first quarter. I think he had 10 or 11 in the first. Was looking dominant.
Yeah.
He's just a fucking good player.
No, he's handy, isn't he?
Was just missing a few tackles from his usual output. I think, what did he have? He had
5 tackles.
5 tackles, 32 touches. So, that was his 120 to 110. But look, he's just as safe as they get, I think. He's in the middle.
Yeah.
Locked and loaded for me for the rest of the season.
That's awesome.
Andy Brayshaw in that matchup.
Yeah, mate.
Slightly disappointing.
I think if you're an owner of Brayshaw in that
is unders.
Looking at all the guys go massive there, you'd be a little bit upset. And, mate, he brought it back in the second half.
Yeah.
Big time. He had about 67 in the second half. So, oof.
And he was VC for a lot of coaches.
Yeah.
So
could have been a bad one.
And a lot then rolled into Baz.
Yeah.
So that really did hurt. Really hurt. Nick Martin, 85. I'm happy to let him off this one. It's going to be... I think the thing is with Essendon, there's going to be games where they get fucking spanked.
Yeah.
And there's only so much he can do. Now, Nick was actually having a pretty good game. I think it was just his last quarter. If I check what he did in the last, 6 points, 3 handballs. And what was interesting was he actually got moved into the middle in the last. So he had 4 centre bounces. Okay. So we were asking for that midfield role, but he actually didn't touch it when he went in there, which was interesting. But look, he's still awesome. So, people were talking about maybe trading him on the bye. I'm just saying, no. He's so locked in as like a top 3 forward.
Yeah.
You have to have him in your forward line.
Yeah.
Or who are you going to have? Who's F7? What do you got?
No, I agree.
I don't know who you could possibly have there instead of Nick Martin. Yeah. So I wouldn't even consider that.
Okay.
O'Driscoll came back, 74. Mostly on the wing. I don't think we need to worry about. Not anymore. But God, he was good for us earlier in the year.
Yeah, he was.
Shame he got injured. Zach Merritt. I think we've done this one to death, haven't we?
Oh, mate, it's just...
It's pathetic. He had 17 disposals and 3 tackles. One mark.
One mark. Mate, in those 17 disposals was only 6 kicks as well. 11 handballs.
What?
Yeah, that's...
Zach Merritt.
Yeah. It's concerning. There's a bit of a changing of the guard going on this year, I'm finding, with the midfielders.
But yeah, it's true. Guys that have been ever reliable, these are the guys we want to upgrade to, are letting us down massively.
They are.
It's true. It's a fucking good call. It's disastrous.
Sad to see.
Shai Bolton, bit of justice here, you'd have to say. 53 points.
Yeah.
Don't think we need Shai Bolton in our sides. Clarkey.
Yeah.
So this was big. Just tick it over a little bit more, 66. Now, I think we can still safely get rid of him this week on his bye.
He had 21 disposals.
Yeah, no, and he looked all right. So he's going to increase it. He's going to go to, 460s?
Yeah.
Which he's made us over 200k. That's massive.
Yeah, well done.
So well done, Clarkey. Good effort. And Jono, just lastly.
Yeah.
No good. 35. So people who didn't have him... we're tossing up, is he a must-have? And you're looking at a guy with a negative 30 or break-even that's just gone 100 playing off half-back. You're going, shit, I probably need him for cash gen. Drops to 35 in your head.
Yeah.
And now has a buy.
Yeah.
Where we're heavy on buy players. So, look, will he go for me? I don't know. I'll need Lockout to go, see what trades I can pull.
See what we can do. Listen on Wednesday.
It's going to be interesting.
Just in that, forgot to add in there, mate, Archer May scored 74 in his second game, who's a forward.
Well, because I would have brought him in instead of Keeler and saved the 100k, but I was thinking towards warm bodies for next week.
Yeah, no.
But Well, hindsight says that was just...
Well...
The hindsight of them there not being injured.
He could have dropped the 30, mate.
Yeah, true. He did last week too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did well this week. Kicked 2.
No, good on him.
He was good.
That's massive.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty, next game. Cats and the Lions. Obviously, it was a massive game in terms of ladder position, and my goodness,
Bit of a letdown.
They had the.
We were
what was
looking
it?
forward to that one.
It was the whiteout.
Yeah, the whiteout.
Yeah.
Didn't turn out too well. Do you reckon that fired Brisbane up a bit? Like you're the reigning, you're the premiers, and you see these blokes just taking the fucking piss with their white crowd, and they've gone in there and said, "Watch this."
I think Brisbane wanted to obviously it was a big game, show up and make a statement kind of thing, and
it's interesting with the Lions. Like they've kind of been playing with a bit of we've won the flag, we're thereabouts. They've been a bit inconsistent, but in the big games,
yeah, they come to play.
Good.
It'll be interesting how they come out after the bye.
I tell ya, you can't score against them when they're playing well, fantasy wise.
Yeah, because they just fucking
you don't touch it.
Yeah, they've got so many blokes.
Yeah,
and we'll go straight out here with Dane Zorko, 124. I mean, he just loves the second half. He scored 83 points.
Every time I think, fucking here we go. Azor shit scores coming up.
Yeah. No,
bang, 120.
Don't think that, because then it...
No. Well, luckily I've got him in draft I always VC him just so I can at least go, okay, at least I've got a good score in
draft. Not going to lie, mate. You're sitting here going bloody shit teams that don't have Lockie Whitfield.
Yeah, I know. Oh, but I've got a shit team.
Yeah.
Happily admitted.
Yeah. But yeah, he obviously smashed it, so fair play.
Yep.
Dunkley, massive return for those who held him. He had 10 tackles.
See, that would fucking hurt as an owner.
30 disposals.
He drops 90, 90, 80, 80, 70, just losing the plot.
Yeah.
And you just knew this was coming.
Yeah.
You knew it was going to come at some point, 124. And all of a sudden, as a non-owner, I go, shit, he's almost hit his break even. He's 920K for Josh Dunkley.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's his break. Yeah, so he's pretty much at his lowest point. It's going to be interesting outside of the bye.
Is he going to activate try mode?
I don't know.
Scary stuff.
See how we go, but that was a big score for his owners. Yeah, Jared Berry dropped 110. I swear he was everywhere at the start of the game, but not really fantasy relevant. Will Ashcroft, 108.
Yeah, big game player.
Yeah, he actually is.
No, see, he runs the train tracks against your fucking, North Melbournes of the world, but when there's a big game on the line, he does get up.
He was head to head with Bailey Smith, and he made him piss.
He beat him.
Yeah, he was. There was a couple of times where the ball was 50-50 between them, and he won it quite convincingly over him. So
we may as well bring up Bailey Smith now.
Nah.
You could tell in the first few minutes.
Yeah, you could. You actually could.
Like the first time, I fucking skipper him all year, and I know I'm probably not the only one in this boat. And I'm watching this, and he's sitting on the outside of the pack, doesn't want to tackle, looking for that cheapie at the back, and I'm going, he's not up for this.
No, he doesn't want it.
This is not the Bailey Smith I've been watching all year. Just take the piss.
Yeah. He did. There was points. I reckon in the second quarter he started showing. Second quarter he scored 37.
Started fucking butchering it.
Yeah.
What did he go at? 57%.
Yeah.
But we don't care about that.
Yeah, he was poor. Obviously, look.
And he got to 94.
94 is his lowest, isn't it? But
that's a sign of a potential pig when they have a shocker. And they get to 90.
Yeah.
And he still was, working hard for cheap. He's late, so.
No, exactly. Hugh McCluggage, 103. He's sort of getting it done, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
Very good.
Speaking of getting it done, Kai No Man No More.
Wow.
The greatest low man.
I was watching him last week thinking, his ankle's cooked. Because he was, last year, you look at it, and his highlights of him jumping, that's why he was Cobra Kai.
You're right.
And he was looking shit house. And in the first quarter,
he was jumping everywhere.
He's taking hangers, going for it, and you're going, what the fuck have they injected into his ankle here?
Yeah.
Because he's back.
Oh, mate, he looked...
That's why you got him.
Yeah, no, he looked awesome. He looked really, really good.
He was good.
He dropped 84.
What do you do with him now?
Yeah, I don't know. He kicked 2 goals too.
He was so good.
I mean, I'm interested to see what his break-even's going to be and his price. I think it might be a hold.
Yeah, you'll have to. You could definitely hold.
It's going to be an interesting
he did look
one.
good.
Yeah.
Eye test said very good.
Who do the Lions have coming up?
They're not.
Port and Blues.
I mean, two pretty sides, really.
So he might go okay.
Yeah.
Tom Stewart, 85, mediocre.
Yeah, so he's now had 5 full games since coming back, and he's averaging 94.
Okay.
So that's probably what he is. So priced at, he's going to be...
He's going to be up a bit.
He's going to be
45.
back into the low, he's going to be back at 830. So at 830, I don't think it's really worth the risk. But back when he was 700k, a couple of weeks ago, yes. Yeah, nah, I'm a pass.
They have Tigers twice coming after their bye. That is crazy.
I'm a pass on Stewart now.
All right.
But if you got him before the buys.
Yep, fair enough. Grime Myers, 78. Look.
Tough game.
Yeah.
You take that in a game like that.
Oh, we speak of butchering the ball.
Yeah.
He was shanking it.
His little side foots into the middle were not coming off.
Yeah, they weren't coming off.
Do.
Yeah. And then, speaking of not coming off, look, Munter Holmes, not the greatest game you've ever seen from him with 71. And I think he had, 71% or 73% time on ground. I think he came off for a bit there with,
I heard sort of tightness or...
ankle knock apparently here, but
is that a bit of? Is he is almost entering Nick Dacos areas of he gets a bit of attention. He was definitely getting attention from like dunks around stoppages, etc. And doesn't like it. Clearly, I think every time he's been tagged, it's been like a 70.
Yeah.
It's why. So I had a look. I'll count them up now. So he has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 scores of like 80 and below.
Jeez.
7 scores under 80.
That's
but
bad.
then you also look, he's had 6 scores of 117 plus. So it's like there will be games where he fills his boots, and thank God he fills his boots because he also has these stinkers. So at the end of the day, he's averaging 100. His last 5's 115.
Yeah.
So thanks to those last couple monsters, we're fine. He's fine. Do that.
I think you have to hold Holmes because of their fixture after
Richmond.
the bye is Richmond, and I'm telling you, that's a 150.
Yeah, Mold Munter loves those guys. He will feast.
Yeah, he will feast.
Yeah.
And then Lockie Neal, 68, pretty shit.
Yes, not quite M1.
If you, hey mate, you win some, you lose some.
What's he averaging? 89. Wow, fuck, he's done.
All right, Blues North, mate.
Blues and North, and hey, good on North.
Yeah, so
up and about.
Out. 3/4 time, they were up by, 40 points?
First quarter, they were shocking. But their second and third quarter, that was like, finally, we saw North's potential.
Yeah.
Because they absolutely played the Blues off the park for those 2 quarters.
Was it a case of the Blues being horrific?
Yes, but no, the way North were moving the ball.
Okay.
Bit of tsunami about it.
Shit.
Like they were moving it quickly. They looked really good.
Exciting.
So, as mentioned earlier, Doc 131, just amazing. 16 marks.
Awesome to see.
How many touches he ended up with? 29. So, I mean, a couple kick-ins. Yeah. He did it all. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to move. I don't think they're going to shift his role again. Like, if they don't want to play him halfback, I think they'd drop him.
Yeah.
But how can you drop a bloke who's had 29 kicks and 16 marks?
Not sure.
So, no, I think he's fine. She's 116. Awesome player, like gun. He's had 30 touches, 9 marks. A little bit of Nick Martin about it.
Yeah.
Where his heat map is literally the entire ground.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's stuck forward. He's playing on ball, which is great. But can you just explain to me, what is the thought process behind starting him at half forward?
Yeah.
When you're going to play him up the ground anyway?
Yeah.
It's not like you can't play midfield and push forward and kick goals. And I just go back to that game last week, watching him against Freo, where Freo kicked 4 unanswered goals and they lost the game. Yeah. And She's literally stood there with his hands on his hips for 5 minutes and didn't see the pill.
I think it's a case of it's kind of similar to someone like Dawson at the Crows and stuff, where there's those players that,
can't play.
Examples, good Wardlaw.
Can't play anywhere else.
He can't play half forward.
Yeah.
Guys like that.
It's true.
Powell, whenever he goes
true.
Forward, he's shit.
So I'd love to see Shees. This is a full-time centre bounce guy. But so I think he's kind of capped in this role. But I mean, shit, he's just dropping 110s every week. So take that.
Yeah.
Take that all day.
Yeah, you're kind of complaining for no reason almost.
Well, he could be better.
Yeah, you want 120s.
He could be better.
No, I get it.
No, he could be like 140s.
Yeah, true.
Tommy Powell, 113, was actually very good.
Yeah.
Tommy, how's these games? 34 touches.
No, it's
very good.
He's stringing a pretty damn good season together.
Yeah, it's a shame he was just inconsistent at the start. There was something there.
Yeah, you had him as a keeper. You had him as a keeper.
And look, maybe he's coming home strong. Next year?
Maybe we need to jump on.
I'll consider it.
We said it's a changing of the guard.
Yes. You've got to open your mind to these things.
Yeah, no thanks.
Oh, come on. Adam Chera. Now, how this bloke gets it done, I do not know.
No, I don't either.
Because he was on like five or six touches at half time, was having a full-blown Barry. Like he was a disgrace in the first half, but still was on 30-odd, getting it done. 109, 71 points second half, 25 touches, 8 tackles. He tackles hard. He gets it done. So he's got a last fight. This is ridiculous. So Adam Chera is now $1 million player. $1 million player with a last 5 of 113. So that's entering top 8 mid territory.
Yeah, no, that is.
So we're now talking a 700k bloke that could be a keeper.
Yeah.
That was one of the great picks.
Yeah.
He's been very good.
Yep.
Luke Parker, hey, it kind of annoys me when he's in the guts and like so I see guys that I want in there not, but he's very good. 28 touches, 8 tackles, 107.
He's been good.
Good on him. Georgie Hewitt, 102. Very good, Georgie.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, 24 handballs could have been... But this is what you're going to get from George. 7 kicks, 24 handballs, 2 marks, 8 tackles.
Yeah.
That's a classic George Hewitt line. But, hey, beat his break even. I think he's a safe 100 to 105, dude.
Yeah. Which is all you can ask of, really.
Yeah. Like, there's obviously concerns. Will Voss make heads roll after a loss? I don't think he's got the balls.
Voss probably needs to worry about
There's
his
only
own
one
head.
head rolling. Yeah, that's true. Very true. Colby, 99.
Yeah, yep.
Love him in that role. Now, did he kick a few mungs, a few flower bags? Sure. It's because sometimes I think because he's running so quick. I think his biggest attribute is kind of his pace.
Yeah.
So kind of breaking the lines. When North were playing well in that second quarter and Colby was receiving handballs, breaking the line, kicked 2 goals, a couple of elite finishes.
Yeah.
Was very, very good.
Yeah. Yeah, only...
You were smiling at something.
99 fantasy, 96 super coach. I mean, if you...
Not bad.
You can't complain.
Not bad, is it? That was... Twitter, mate, I tell you. Fantasy Twitter is undefeated, isn't it?
Well, there's I mean, we follow Premier League and there's football Twitter and then
fantasy... Fantasy Twitter sometimes goes to another level.
It rivals it.
And
certainly
it's
rivals
fucking
it.
entertaining.
Yeah.
It's fucking good stuff.
Yeah.
No, and so I think I will happily say that role is 100% locked.
Yeah.
For Colby.
Mate.
Like you see, North have had a couple great wins.
Yeah.
He was very good here.
It's
just, that's how you get him in the game. It's how you use his best attributes. So
been a bit of a godsend for us.
Good on him.
Yep.
He's locked in. Cherry.
I tell ya, he's lucky.
Well, he's lucky that Rosie was shit house because I'm fucking sick of this bloke.
He's back to buddy.
His fucking CTE.
he's back to like 600k.
Oh, this is why
last year.
This is why he was fucking cheap, is it, mate? So they brought in Pidnet because all Cherry can do, right, is he bench all these like new age rucks. Yeah, Tom DeConing, for example, he would have bench pressed him all day.
Yeah.
Luke Jackson, Marshall.
Yeah.
All these guys he bullies. They brought in Mark Pidnet. If Mark Pidnet is all it takes to fucking shut you out the game, fuck me. So I think he barely had a touch at half time. Did have a massive third quarter, so he had 43 in the third. Well, fucking thank God he did that.
Did he have 43 in the third?
Yeah.
Is that when they piled it on?
Yeah.
Fuck, so he kind of like...
Well, he did, and his third quarter was massive. But, mate, the rest of the game, unsighted.
Yeah, okay.
So...
but Mark Pidnet, as we were saying, isn't he the ruck tagger?
Oh, it's surely not. It's fucking. So look, I'm annoyed because I traded Marshall to Cherry. I fucking downgraded.
Yeah.
Who does he play next week?
You can't trade him.
Hawks. Oh, Meekie. No chance.
Nah, he'll
against the Meek.
He'll make Meekie piss.
No, he won't.
Nah, he will.
No, he won't.
Nah, he'll be right.
Cherry under 90 next week. But then he's got Tim English. That's a 130.
Okay.
He is a guy that he needs that cream matchup or he just doesn't get it done. I'm starting to worry. I'm not happy with X. I'm fucking not happy.
Oh, that's good.
Pathetic. Caleb Daniel.
Oh.
Fucking hell.
Well, so you've got to question the tactics from the
North?
Blues. from the Blues. Didn't they tag him?
Yeah.
With Chincotta?
Yeah. So they sent Chincotta to Caleb Daniel, who, seriously, and the call in the Discord from Jack of the old Roadrunner where his legs are fucking going.
Yeah.
And he's moving nowhere.
Yeah.
That's old Caleb Daniel out there.
Yeah.
He's just not fucking moving.
Yeah, look, and that's the thing. We kind of forget about Caleb Daniel in our forward lines. He's just sitting there kind of dropping stinker after stinker.
Oh, he's just dropping 70s and 80s. That's all he is. So I guess for the last bye, he's got to stay. He's lucky he had that first bye.
Man,
then he's gone.
I mean, I'm looking at his scores. He hasn't scored a ton.
No,
since round 3.
Mate, his average, no ton since round 3.
Why is he in our teams?
He's got 2 scores of 80 since round 5.
Why is he in our teams, and how has he not got a loser of the week?
He's just sat there without getting a loser of the week. He's probably averaged 75 for the last 3 months.
What are we doing?
I didn't realise it was that shit.
Nah, it's actually...
It's because I see his average and think, he's averaging.
But it's also, with Caleb Daniel, he's a forward. And the forward,
that's it.
You trade him out to, could do the exact same thing.
If I went back a few weeks, I definitely could have. But now, your Jacksons and stuff have gone up. So, yeah. No, disappointing.
Yeah.
Not good enough. Kerno, 27. Not sure why he's in here.
So, a couple of people brought in Kerno.
Did they?
Last week. For the Eagles.
and then he got injured. And then probably shouldn't have played this game. There you go.
No, he faced Pinky, mate.
Oh, true.
Pinky's locked a few up.
Pinky, mate, yeah, and I was probably harsh because the Kahuna's going to take some grabs against a lot of people.
Yeah.
Didn't kick a goal.
Yeah.
Pinky.
Wow.
Fair
play.
Done. And just lastly, old Google thank God I reversed that one a couple of weeks ago. That would have been an all-time.
That would have been good, yeah.
I don't know why that was even considered.
All right, Port Sydney. So this is you again. I was playing footy during this. I heard it was an absolute stinker of a game.
I've said this for so many. I feel like every Port game and every Sydney game is the same.
Okay.
It's just shit-ass footy.
Yeah.
Just a couple shit brands, a couple shit teams that can't. And to be fair, Sydney should have won. So Sydney had their, they had Goulden back. They had Millsy actually back playing.
Yeah.
And for the most part, outside of one bloke in particular, they should have won this game by 10 plus goals.
Yeah.
So they don't play a great brand, but they were very good. Port just suck. So yeah, it was a shocking game. It was a hard watch. Brodie Grundy. This is getting ridiculous now.
No, it's ridiculous.
People went Gawn to Grundy, which is fucking ballsy, to be honest. Now, we won't know how this plays out until we see Max play.
Yeah.
Because obviously we've got Max with, a red run for rucks. But we've seen Brodie Grundy go through a red run for rucks and just dominate. Yeah. So is the ruck pig bloody back? What is happening here? So this is 6 weeks in a row now.
Yeah, he dropped a couple big ones on guys like Riley O'Brien and stuff as well, I think. So, yeah.
And he's got a last 5 of 126.
Yeah.
That is massive.
No.
So, obviously, you're not getting on now. If you got him, you had him last week, and that's a great debut score.
Yeah.
So, that was huge. Actually, not. I should highlight that Port did give up on the dual ruck setup when they subbed out Sweeter.
Okay.
And Grundy to go 50 in the last. So, we're probably lucky that he Sweeter played it all, or it could have been fucking massive.
Yeah, okay.
Heaney. So, I've been pleasantly surprised with Heaney's scoring. So, I got him in a few weeks ago, just needing that kind of 880k midfield upgrade.
Yeah.
He's got a last 5 of 105 now, with 4 tons out of 5.
Okay.
And seeing Sydney start to win some games, they're getting momentum. Heaney's the type of guy that Sydney get on a roll here, start winning.
Yeah.
We've seen him go on an extended 105, 110 stretch.
Yeah, okay.
So, look, he's still going to be kind of, mid 900s.
So he might be an option.
Well, I'm enjoying having him as a pod. That's all I'm going to say.
What was his last 3?
So his last 3, I know his last 5 was 105.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's got 4 tons his last 5. So I had 28 and 2. He's just a fucking good player. Had Bergman tagging him in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And then Berg got a stinger to his bad right shoulder. And that was it for the tag. And Heaney just filled his boot. So he goes Bulldogs, no tag next week. So even though the doggies are tough, I think he could be good again. Interesting.
He must be a bad shoulder.
We may as well mention the Berg now. So I haven't been advocating for getting the Berg in because I've been thank God he's gone 100.
Yeah.
He's been good for me. He's gone up 100K.
Yeah.
Just didn't feel confident. But, hey, he was looking good again. He was in the middle on Heaney, 23 in the first quarter. Got that stinger. Saw him on the bench. No. Looking cooked. Was cooked. Came back on. So at least he didn't lose too much cash for me.
Yeah.
Just play like fullback almost. Didn't go hunting it. Just didn't look likely. So 50. And if his shoulder's a problem, I think he can go. But shout out to Best 18 for these kind of moves because he's made me 100K. Yep. I've got his hundreds and then I dropped this one off. Yep. So that was okay. Butters 107.
Yeah.
80. I think he was 81 at halftime.
Yeah, saw he was going off.
81 at halftime. So
Jordan?
Look, to be honest, I lost a bit of concentration in that second half.
They must have moved him.
You have to assume they said, right, we'll let Rosie off here and move it on to Butters because then he went 26.
I think they did. Must
have. Millsy, 96. So he's taken like that Roberts role.
Yeah.
So he was full halfback.
3 kick-ins.
Kick-ins. So it's interesting with, like, you've got Blakey, Roberts and Mills in there.
So Mills is 790K now.
Yeah.
So
I was a bit concerned. Like, I was like, with those 3, they can't all touch it. And Roberts was the guy who obviously maybe just went to a bit more of a lockdown. But Mills was racking up.
You reckon
I think we can do it.
Yeah, you reckon he's...
I think we can do it. I think worst case, he plays that back roll and goes 90 to 95. And we cross our fingers and hope maybe build some match fitness and get some mid-clock as well.
Okay.
Definitely an option. McInerney just keeps ticking off 90s.
Yeah,
so
he's actually been all right.
Been very good for draft. Very handy pickup.
Yeah.
Now, poor old Joel and Marty. The party. Fucking Adelaide fans must be wondering
how fuck
that is full Ben Ronk. Him kicking 9 goals.
Well, if anyone's seen it, the TAC Cup Grand Final, I think Sandringham versus I don't know who it was, but was it 2017 or 2019? He had he had a set shot 10 metres out on a slight angle to win the game after the siren and missed. And
kicked it from like 20 metres behind the mark. So he's just a basket case.
And I think the helicopters were going over as he was kicking.
Yeah, if you didn't hear, I think he actually recorded the worst player rating in history.
He had 8 marks and
mate, he had 82 fantasy. Was good. He had 8 shots at goal for 0 goals 6 and 2 out on the full.
Oh, he kicked you out on the full.
So his expected score from Champion Data was 30.6. So I think in terms of like teams' expected score versus actual score, Joel and Marty himself was like the 7th worst for the season.
Fucking hell.
It's amazing stuff.
That's bad.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Funny. Roberts, 76. Yeah, so this hurts in draft because while Mills is back there, I think Roberts he takes a back seat. So it's concerning. Yeah. Massively concerning. Cheeksy. So a few people have got Cheeksy and we couldn't have been clearer about this, I don't think, on the wash-up. Yeah. This is just a classic Cheeksy.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to have his 28 and 2 and give you, 97?
Yep.
And then he's going to have 17 and 2 behinds.
And he's going to drop 71?
70.
Yep. So
that's just how it goes.
Nah, you don't want
He
him
would
inside.
have to be like... he was 800K. No, not even considering it.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's got to get to genuinely 700 for me to consider old Cheeksy.
Wow.
Not good.
Yeah, it's probably fair.
Golden. Oh, I think it's a bit of a night. Now, late season upgrade, for sure.
Has to be really...
Oh, he's going to build fitness.
Yeah.
I know.
They've got Eagles last game.
I know coming back from this ankle, it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's fucking... I'm pulling up sore. I think Errol's done a bit more rehab than I probably have.
He's going
to have... It's going to take him at least a month to work back into it.
74% time on ground there when he was going 97% last year. Yeah. So, it'll be interesting.
Well, I mean, he's got what? We've still got bloody 9 rounds to go. Yeah. So, I think, give him a few weeks and could be an option.
No, for sure.
Sheldrick, 70. Yeah. Just... he can survive one more week on the buy and go, and he's been a great pick.
Yeah, he has.
You got to give him credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rosie, don't even want to fucking speak about this bloke. Fucking no good. Liddy.
Yeah, 74.
The old leg sleeve.
Yeah, so
he looks all right out there too.
Couple rookies just showing them.
Yeah.
Was he a mid-season
Guys
pickup
that I
as well?
missed as well. Was he a mid-season pickup?
He must have been, I reckon. He's 23.
Because I didn't hear him being a mid-season pickup.
Anyway,
I don't know. But he's very solid.
Break even -10.
Yeah, now the bag. JHF. People were on the bag last week, and as an owner, watching that 112 and watching that shoulder, I was trying to say it. I was saying I don't like it.
No.
Give me Darcy, give me Jack, give me anyone but the bag.
Yep.
So, am I shocked at all with this 67? No. Am I even angry at this 67? Not really.
No.
How can I be?
Yeah.
He went 112 last week. I take that. This was just always happening. The bag has to go next week when I come out the buys. I can't be taking
he does.
a sore bag
Yeah, you got to get rid of him.
in the best 22.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what he does this week.
He's so cheap though.
I mean, but he didn't even last week. He didn't even have CBAs.
No,
or
that was the flag for me. He was forward,
but he was just dominant.
and Porter is shit.
Yeah, I don't know if
They just randomly won the week before. Who did Port play? They have the Blues. Okay,
Big game.
Yeah, this is a test because he's going to be.
And then the Lions, and then Eagles.
Oh, shit, I hope this is okay. It has locked out.
Yeah,
so I
it's
just
locked
checked, and Hornbag's 789k.
Is he
789?
Oh my!
I almost have to keep him at that price.
That's
Fuck. And he's still got to break even 100. Okay.
all right.
Yeah, but yeah, Berg 52. He is time to go. And Bicey subbed or vested initially came on for 6 points.
Yeah. Brutal.
It was fun, Bicey.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Alrighty, Collingwood and Saints. This was actually a pretty fun watch. Saints brought it to them. So and Collingwood were just bloody.
It took
fucking good.
Yeah, they are fucking good, and it took some Nick Dacos magic to really put the sealer on. That goal was just not right.
No, yeah.
Going, and I guess this is probably a good time to bring it up. The cheat tag, starting to get some airtime, is it?
Bit of traction.
Yeah,
they were talking about it pretty hard on Fox Footy after the game. I mean, it's just pretty clear. Like, if you're holding off the ball, or Windy on Dacos was pretty extreme levels where there was a bit of kneeing in the back of the leg.
And I'm seeing some people comment like, like tough, and I'm like, just a bit of classic. It's old school. That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Pinching? Like, I'm sorry. No, that's fucking weird.
Yeah. I don't go and watch footy to, watch the best players in the game.
Marcus Windhager pinch and knee Nick Dacos.
Yeah.
By all means, put a bloke on him. You shouldn't let Nick Dacos run free.
No.
That's not what we were saying when we were having to go at the taggers.
No.
We were just saying that when you get a bloke, hold him off the ball. And then Ross Lyon... I could not believe this. Comes out after the game and has a go at those first two early free kicks to Nick Dacos, saying, does Nick Dacos get umpired differently? Yes, because blokes are holding him off the ball. What are you talking about, Ross? That was a fucking... And can I just say, I've been a Nick Dacos hater.
Yeah,
right?
you actually have.
Let's be clear.
Yeah. But it's not about Nick Dacos, really, from our perspective.
It's about the cheating that goes on.
Yeah.
So good on the umpires and good on Nick. Well done.
He did
He's
well.
fighting hard.
Yeah, so on Nick Dacos.
Off my soapbox.
Yeah, geez. Wiping them away, mate. 102 for Nick Dacos.
No, that's fair.
He had a big super coach, 157. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, he had 30 disposals and 1 goal. He was just dominant.
Yeah.
Darcy Cameron, speaking of dominant, my goodness. Obviously, it'd been amazing to start the season. I don't know what his last few look like, but 128 this game. 28 hit-outs, 2 goals. I tell you, that first half, I swear, he was just all over the place, making Rowan chase him, that first quarter especially.
So Darcy has a last 5 of 98, but a last 3 of 110.
Yeah.
So he did just have a couple stinkers, and now he's
bringing it back.
Playing well.
He's putting together a very good season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we speak of wiping away the tears. Right? What was going on with Rowan Marshall?
I mean, mate, you see your Premier Ruckman on 11 at quarter time, and you just go, this is not good.
You weren't happy.
Well, mate, he was playing like fucking shit.
Dave was fully just losing. He was losing the plot.
Yeah, but that for a good reason. He looked terrible.
And it was a good rocket.
And
because that second quarter, fucking hell.
Oh, he came back.
I don't see X having 10 touches in a quarter.
I tell you one thing with Road-Dogg, though. He plays like it's raining every game because he just hat kicks it forward.
He does.
He's a meters gain merchant.
Oh, meters gain. I hear that. How good's the buzzword? Yeah. Now you got meters gain players. The commentators fucking love it, don't they?
Yeah. NWM, as we said, 125. Probably don't need to mention it any further. You have to have him.
Would like him, yep.
Pendlebury, 108. He is aging like fine wine.
He's been. I picked him off on the waivers in draft, and
he's
unbelievable.
No, he is. It is.
What is his? He's got a last five of 102.
Yeah. What's he priced at?
Last five of 102.
You could never do it, but
933 now. Since their round 3 bye, because he went 50, 30, 60, I genuinely think he's averaging 100. I think he's averaging 100.
That's incredible. I mean,
37. Yeah. Nobody's ever done that.
No.
Nobody's ever done that.
Yeah, he's 100% going to break the record for games played because he's fucking dominating games.
He's pushing fantasy GOAT territory the way he's going.
He's so good.
Unbelievable.
Relmush 105, McRae 104. So
take it.
That's what you want. It's a bit more like it. It's obviously not over 107.5.
No, 107.5 isn't happening. But the midfield, the time on ground is still down.
Yeah.
So he's working his way back into it. But hey, the midfield role's there. He works hard. 104. Looking at some of the other forwards, very happy to have 104 on my
So he's 917k and
I mean
his break even's 104 now. So interesting.
Coming out of the buys, if you're looking at blokes like if you've still got your Rankins
or
Caleb Daniel.
Yeah.
I mean, Caleb put 100k on him to go to McRae all day.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. Yeah, interesting. Nick was good, and then his brother Josh was, he was on 60 odd at half time and then just dropped off.
Here we go.
Not
dropped off. Mate, 101.
Yeah. What?
Nah, it's fair enough.
I'm sitting here happy with that. That's a piss take.
No, that's good coaching.
No.
You've got to be hard.
Yeah.
Last 5 of 103.
Nah, he's been very good, Josh, though. Yeah, he has been really good. Longy, 76.
Come on. Seriously. What do you have, like 13 touches? It's embarrassing.
Yeah, he had 14 and 8 tackles.
8 tackles.
Tackled, and then,
Apparently worth a standing ovation, 76.
Yeah, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing
in
that.
In round 15.
Yeah.
I hope they hold him.
Jack Steele and Jack Sinclair, 66 and 64. I mean, that is fucking...
This is where par fucking
dropped.
Because you had these Saints boys, and they do this every year. Through the easy fixtures, they just fiddle their boots.
Yeah.
Sinclair especially.
Yeah.
Every time, he will average 120 in those grand fixtures, but fuck me if Sinclair has to play a real team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did not get near it.
And then Jack Steele, I mean, this one was coming, to be honest. It's kind of justice in a way for what he'd been dishing up. He'd obviously been great, but... He's always, at some point, his 10 tackles a game are going to be 5.
I think he had his 20 disposals, which was about his average.
Yeah.
And he had all the centre bounces again.
Yeah.
He is an embarrassment.
Huge Liam Duggan vibes about Jack Steele.
Yes.
Yeah, real big. So just a shit captain, to be honest.
Yeah.
Taru, 49. Yeah, look, probably didn't start great from a fantasy perspective.
Yeah.
But look, 49's 49. It's not too bad for a rookie.
No, let me check what his break even is now. So he only went up 14k. Now he's got a break even of 23.
Yeah, he probably wasn't the pick in the end over May.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's got that defender forward status is handy, I think.
Yeah.
So, Houston 42. He has been just a shocking draft pick.
It's a disaster.
Yeah.
If you drafted him, I reckon it's gradually getting worse. So he is now down to 709k.
Yeah.
Once again, not cheap enough.
Yeah. Not enough being said about how. I mean,
he's
probably
covering
covering
69.8.
The fact that Collingwood is so dominant is probably covering the fact of how shit he's been.
If Collingwood was struggling, we'd be looking at them going, old list picked up Dan Houston and he's doing fuck all.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're winning, it's,
yeah,
plod along, mate.
Yep. Keeler, 31. So, and he got subbed, didn't he? So,
Yes.
Not ideal.
Look.
He looks all right, though.
He scored 31, mate. How good could he have looked?
Yeah. It's...
I spent an extra 100K to get him over May just for next week.
Yeah. It's pretty stupid.
Potentially.
Probably a learning. That's definitely something to learn.
I think I would have been better off, even if it was a 0 next week, instead of Keeler's 30.
Yeah. 100K.
It's not worth it.
100K is 100K.
Yeah.
And then, lastly,
donut.
Mateus Philippou, speaking of donuts, he didn't even get on the park in the end, unfortunately. It's actually pretty
tough
grim
to see.
Yeah, pretty grim to see. Obviously, he was really upset, and fair enough.
Yeah. You'd be flat.
Yeah, not ideal. All right, this was a pretty good game. Pretty good game. Giants and the Suns.
Today's game, this was a cracking game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, GWS obviously just didn't realise what time the game was starting. It was a bit too early for them or something. Because
that first quarter.
First 3 minutes of the game, Gold Coast put 4 goals on their head. They were playing like the Eagles do sometimes, when it looks like they've never played or trained together. When they're handballing it to blokes who aren't even looking at them or not expecting it, just stupid shit. And so then I missed the third quarter, and I come back and it's fucking 2 points, and they just ran straight over the top of them.
Yeah.
Now, Witsy. So if GWS don't bring Briggs back, now I kind of feel like they have to, because they're getting smashed in the middle of it. But then I looked and they're having some good wins.
Yeah.
Madden, I mean, look, Wits had a field day. He had 138. But Madden's competing.
Yeah.
GWS are winning. If they don't bring Briggs back, then GWS is suddenly an ultra green, dark green ruck matchup.
Yeah.
Which obviously they're not with. So they face Eagles Geelong after the bye. So that's not really.
Yeah.
In fact, no, they go Eagles Geelong.
Wits does that to the best of ruckman in terms of how many hitouts he'll have. 50 hitouts. And Madden had 30 odd hitouts.
Yeah.
Didn't play to him.
No, he could hold his spot. So anyway, Witsy was awesome. Very good.
Yeah.
Noah Anderson, he had a fucked game.
Yeah.
So 133. Believe he had 42 touches and 2 goals. Just unbelievable. He's a great player.
Yeah, he's... Hey, I tell you, that second quarter... It was the second quarter? He just came out, and I reckon he had 5 or 6 touches in 2 minutes, and just...
because his last quarter was unbelievable. Now, 29 handballs, get it on your boot, mate. But still, so he had that 160, which, because I actually looked at him last week, but he had that 60. I thought, nah. He's got Bedford, so that was the scary thing.
Yeah.
And
did he?
Well,
was he on him? It didn't look like it. It didn't look like it to me.
No. I saw Bedford on him at stages in the middle, but Lord only knows. So last 5 at 109.
Just under a mil now.
Yeah, and he was 950k, if you remember, a few weeks back before the buys. So, very good.
Yeah.
Took Miller, 131. Wound the clock back. That was an epic game. Very good. Tom Green. So, 119. That's a good... I can't be upset with 119. He was very good.
Yeah.
But last half of the last quarter actually went backwards. So just finish one off, Tommy. Give me a 130.
Yeah.
So now, if he went 130, it would have forced my hand. I would have had to hold him.
Are you going to trade him?
Well, 119, I'm gone.
It's a pretty good score.
It is a good score. He's got a last 5 of 100. He's just been 100. He's been a boring player. Yeah. But I also look at who he plays coming out of the bye, and he goes Eagles into Geelong, who have been given up to mids, into Essendon. Could easily go 120 over those 3. So
we got a few decisions to make here.
Yeah,
16.
Fuck, I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a good score. Finn Callahan, 113. He's just an unreal player.
Yep.
Still flat. He did that shoulder.
Yep.
Lockie Ash, 103, just gets it done.
Yeah,
and
does.
with Whitfield out.
Oh God, yeah.
Continue to fill his.
Doesn't
Well,
play,
he's just a walk up 100 every week anyway, isn't he?
Yep.
Unreal. Matt Rao, 106. Good to see him finally find some tasty grass again. Sam Flanders, 88.
Okay.
So, I don't know. He had 29 touches.
Did he?
Yeah, had 29 touches. I assume, I don't know if the centre bounces are up for that game.
Yeah, I've got him.
Okay.
No.
No, so he's still in the graveyard.
Yep.
Okay. Never mind. Johnny Noble, I think this is his last mention for the year, 72 points.
Yep, see you, mate. Oh, wow.
Roaston.
Holy crap.
83.
Yeah, okay.
Now, again, how was it, right, that every good rookie that came through during the buys was round 16? Like, genuinely every single one. May, Roaston, they no-brainers were all round 16. And I guess I should have just gone, well, you know what? Like, what's a rookie going to score me in round 16? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'll lose a few points, but I'm getting a good rookie, which I don't have.
Yeah.
So
he probably comes in round 17, old Roaston.
Yeah, he was very good.
Yeah.
Josh Kelly, 59, just looking a little bit washed.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, fucking devastating.
Yeah.
Lockie Whitfield, 23 points.
Yeah, so what, Bedford missed him over the top of his head, and he's gone to run on.
So, genuinely, like, Bedford's got nowhere to go, looks behind. Whitfield's, giving him that option 20 metres backwards, just a free +6.
Yeah.
A free +6.
Yeah.
He was going to rack up in this game. And Bedford kicks it 5 metres over his head, and he has to run back and gets fucking poleaxed by Ben King. Now, I said, fuck me, Whitfield's just been smashed. And I said, it's full Chera.
Yeah.
Where he's been smashed, but, like, he's gone back out there, kept racking up.
Yeah.
Doesn't really know what ground he's playing at. And then, of course, the news comes late in the first. Oh, he's gone down in the rooms. All right, crossing your fingers. Hopefully it's just the 15 minutes, comes back out.
Yeah.
No. Done. Dunsky.
Okay.
Which is just not right.
Okay. All right.
Like, it's fucked up.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
So, not only did that cost us at least 50-plus points, and you were right when you said if this was going to happen at any time, at least in best 18, we get rid of the score. He's got his bye next week. If he doesn't play, if he's not going to be back for the Eagles, he goes. Why is that game on a Friday night, just quietly?
I don't know. Yeah.
That is bizarre.
Yeah, I think
that should be Sunday Arvo. Surely.
I'm almost certain it's a Friday night. Maybe I've got it wrong, but I'll double check. But I'm pretty sure it is.
Quickly look. Yeah, it is.
No, it is.
A double Oh, fuck, man.
They've got a bunch of double headers coming up.
That is
very
rogue.
Weird.
That
is
weird. Rogue.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, yeah, I guess he becomes a trade. And he's, how much, what did he go down to?
960. 965.
942.
942? Oh.
942 with a break even of 150.
Oh, I thought it was 960. Why was I thinking of that?
Not sure, but he's 942.
Oh, that's what Mero was.
Yeah, that's no good.
Yeah.
So that was a bit of a day ruiner there. And let me tell you, if you captain him, that is one of the more unlucky
if you captained him
things I've heard. So your captain, they may as well have forgotten to put a C on.
If you captained him, we'll speak to you next season.
No, we'll speak to you in the Discord.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Yeah. All right, we'll get over to the last game. Bulldogs versus Tigers.
Yep.
Yeah, absolute bloodbath in the end, obviously. And English 138. I tell ya, he is a very good ruckman, fantasy-wise, and he's kind of pissing me off.
Oh, just fucking put it on your boot 100 metres into the sky, Tim.
Yeah.
Ignoring
the runners and... Yeah, but I tell you, his last three, oh my God.
He's been fucking good.
His last three? Guess what his last three is?
Like 130?
Yeah, 132.
I owned him last year. I remember I owned him in the back half of last year thinking, all right, Timmy's back.
Nah.
And watching him play, we speak of hard watches. He was useless. So why he has just suddenly come back to just dominant Timmy English?
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, he's well and truly back. He's been amazing. He kicked 2 goals.
Yep.
Yeah, 28 hit-outs. Racked it up. So, yeah, awesome. Bont 120. He dominated.
So good.
Yeah, he had 36 disposals, kicked 3 goals. 177 Supercoach, if you don't mind.
Yeah, he laced out a few blokes too. He was pretty fucked up.
Yeah, so obviously he still went down in price. What's he at now? 9.59. Oh my God.
I mean, that's a bit of a no-brainer at that price, surely.
Yeah, if you don't have him, I think you probably bring him in.
Yeah.
Kennedy, obviously, just I don't really know how he does it. Like, he just ends up popping up on the.
Mate, like, I was watching this, and again, second week in a row, like, end of the second quarter, I'm like, where's Kennedy? 5 touches, like, 20-odd. Fuck, here we go. Piles it on in the last 5 minutes of the second quarter. I look, he's on 64 at half-time.
Yeah.
He scores, like, 40 points in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And he's a box filler for sure. He had
25
disposals and 7 marks, 7 tackles. So, yep, pretty late.
What did he have CBAs? Because
he did.
Yeah,
but I don't know how many.
I will quickly have a look and see if those numbers are up. For 15, they are 59%.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just what he does. He just gets it done.
Yeah, it was an even mix again. Trelaw obviously went out
that
of the
probably
game
helped
too.
him.
So
yeah.
Not ideal for him, but Darcy 114. He was on 82 at halftime. It was looming to be a big one. But that third quarter, I tell you, I had Richards captain, I had Bont, and I had Darcy, who all combined for like 20 points in the quarter. It was fucked.
But you said you had like 50 points with three players in
probably
your skipper.
40 points or something. 50, yeah, it was shambles from the Bulldogs. I think it was like a combination of Richmond going ultra defensive, and the Bulldogs just turning into just.
I just don't know what was going on there. The amount of times it was when you're looking like when the ball was going inside 50, I'm going. He goes Darcy on the lead, and the ball sails over his head, and I see Darcy going like this with 20 metres of space, and the ball gets kicked to the pocket and out on the full.
Yeah, kicking at Aaron Norton, who's
fucking embarrassing.
Couldn't catch a cold. But still,
like he had to a few of those clunks.
Yeah,
they didn't give him anything easy.
No,
the doggies today.
Yeah, he's a scary prospect. Kick 5-2. Yeah, he had 19 disposals, 8 marks. Absolutely.
So,
dominant.
and as you mentioned last week, so he was averaging like 98 if you take out that injury score, which we absolutely can.
Yeah.
So he's averaging 100.
Yeah.
He's legitimately averaging 100.
Yeah, he is.
This is what he is.
Yeah.
It's just and what's he? 836 had his bye.
Yeah.
Forward suck.
Yeah.
He's a top 6 forward, no brainer.
He's the kind of bloke you probably want for the remainder of the season. Purely if you can get a 7th forward, going forwards.
Yeah.
To sort of loop and have when they play play West Coast. Surely they play them. Still.
Nah, I think he just comes in anyway.
They play West Coast around 23.
I think he's a top 6 forward.
15.
I would say, like, as a guy that his fantasy team, like, I'm not getting near a hat. It's kind of we're plodding along.
No.
But having sent Darcy in my side and being able to watch him,
enjoyable,
and enjoy it, yeah,
it is.
He's a very enjoyable guy to get in your team.
Yeah,
highly recommend it.
Yeah, for sure. Bailey Williams, 113. I think he and Davo, 108. Their wingers kind of just took the piss.
Yeah, that's the Tigers. Yep.
Taranto, 102. He got it done. Fair play. Fucking Ed Richards, 92. Absolute pisser. He was dropped a couple of sitters.
He was a bit off the pace.
He was.
Step off it.
Yeah, I think he still had 27 disposals or something stupid. But he just sometimes doesn't get those marks and tackles like you'd want. So kind of pisses me off, to be honest, especially when you've got the big C next to his name. Libba, 89, and Dale, 87, you'd be a bit flat with as well. Yeah, I think a few people would have captained Dale.
Well, and he sat on the pine for like the last half of the last quarter, which thank God as a non-owner, because that could have been junk time.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, that's when you want him on.
Yeah.
And then Adam Treloar, as we said, he got subbed out on 35, so disappointing for him. All right, mate, this game shits me. What do you got?
Yeah, and pretty simple one for me this week, and it's shit teams without Whitfield skyrocketing.
It's uncouth.
Well, like they are going to skyrocket. Like if you don't have Lockie Whitfield, and it was like I've benefited from this.
Yeah.
With Tom Green last year and Mills the year before.
Yeah.
I'm not blameless. But it's just a fucking joke.
All right, well, yeah, it is brutal
that
for
is
us.
what this game shits me.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. It
is brutal.
Yeah, it is pure luck, isn't it? So
it's not pure luck, but it plays a factor.
That part.
That is pure luck.
I suppose if there was ever a time for your player to get concussed, it's best 18 going into their bye where they have a chance to not miss a game.
If there was a best time for my $1 million top 6 backman to get concussed, which
on
there
23,
isn't.
Yeah. No, there isn't. No, I'm just saying if there was. Now. If you were to pick it, it would be right now. It would be.
If I had to gun to my head, pick it.
One round.
I'd say
this round.
I'd say pull the trigger.
Yep. Pull the trigger. Jeez, that's brutal. Yeah, so mine's when players pretend they don't hear the runner or see their number to come off. It's
Tim English, the big fucking 44 on
third
the
quarter,
screen.
half of
the ball goes out next to the bench.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry guys, didn't see that one.
I reckon for 10 minutes.
Well, and because I was thinking, like, is Sam Darcy injured or something? I said this in the first quarter, and now I realise that for the first 3 quarters, Tim English is playing old fucking
full forward.
No, he's playing Noel Bolter can't see. Playing the blind tag. Yeah. Can't see the number on the bench. So and he didn't end up coming off in the last Darcy because they said, well, fucking Tim won't come.
Yeah, no.
Get him back on.
Tim wasn't going off.
Unreal.
So, yeah, anyway. That was a bit of a funny one, I thought. Anyway, trades we might just have to hold off I don't know. Have you made any while we've been doing this?
No, but I can look at... I mean, I know roughly what I'm going to do. Clark 460, he's going to McCarthy.
Yeah.
That's already locked in. That gives me 250k.
Yes.
So one of Green or Whitfield are going.
Okay.
And I think it's going to have to be Whitfield.
Yeah.
So Whitfield, now the question is, does Whitfield go to a Mills or do I just go to NWM? And the other question is, am I just willing to back Tom McCarthy as my 22nd player? Or do I want to try... Because if I want to do that last upgrade, then I'm going to have to go Whitfield and Mills and keep some cash spare.
Yeah.
But otherwise... Or do I just commit to... Because if McCarthy's going to go 90, that can match Mills.
Yeah.
Why would I bother with Mills? So that's the toss-up for me at the moment. And then, so... I think I kind of want to just grab NWM. And, whether I move on another rookie or I think Corey Warner might finally get the chop. I'll have to say.
Okay.
So I don't think I'm going to go both Whitfield and Green out.
Yep.
Purely because I'm looking at West Coast in 17.
Yeah.
Thinking that would probably be stupid.
Yep. Okay.
But we'll say.
Yep. So I've got... Yeah, I'm looking at Whitfield, and it's either Whitfield or Merritt for me that has to go out. So it's probably going to be Whitfield, just in case he doesn't get up for that.
Yeah, because if they say, he'll be touch and go, or we're not sure anything,
I'm going to have to trade him, I think.
Yeah,
so,
it's fair.
Yeah.
He's an easy target to bring back in at 900k.
Yeah,
it's not like we wouldn't be able to get him back in.
Exactly.
So no, I think you're right. I think Whit does go.
Yeah. And yeah, for sure. And then he'll go to Mills probably. Clark will go to McCarthy, similar to you.
Yeah.
And then I'm bringing in Dawson. And
Dawson.
Yeah, Dawson has to come in.
Well, I can't keep Tom Green and not have Dawson this week. All right, so Tom Green's going to Dawson.
Yeah,
decided.
And to bring Dawson in, I can trade a rookie to him. So
Whitfield.
It's pretty good.
Whitfield
I had 400k coming into this, into these. Trades. So, that'll be me. Anyway, mate.
Nice.
We got any mailbags?
Yeah, finish off with a mailbag. This game shits me's in. Nathan Russell said, managed to bring Sinclair and Steele onto the field this week. Didn't make much of a difference to my score, though.
No.
Ended up 18.59. Merritt shits me.
Mate, yeah. Fucking
joke.
Yeah.
Bryce Duncan said, scored 18.93 with a Dale C and sat the last 13 minutes of the game. We are suckers for when we see that on the bench tick over 10 minutes. Imagine your skipper who likes to jump up sitting on for 13 minutes.
Yeah,
that would fucking piss you off. Did trade Gawn, Newcomb and Ashcroft to Grundy, Butters and Darcy for 342 points. So that is a massive win.
Yep. Nice.
Jay said, Whit Shitfield. Another forced trade, taking over a planned trade next week. Even worse, I had him from the start, but now becomes an easy target for everyone else in 18 or 19.
Yeah.
I didn't even mention that when I said the other coaches get lucky. Fucking joke.
Yeah.
Mr. T said, just when you think it can't get any worse, my bunch of cunts dropped an 18-12. I mean, I've seen worse scores.
Yeah.
A poor captain scorer alongside total mediocrity. I love this game. And Mark Leonard said, somehow scored a 1980. Well done, Mark. Absolutely. That's what you get for trading out Jack Graham.
Oh.
Huge. And into the top 400 for a late hat chase. Fuck, he's up and about. What didn't shit me was Graham to Darcy. The kid is an absolute gun.
Oh, yes.
Very good.
Yeah, he was saying that he was getting rid of Graham, and at least he mentioned him. It was good to see.
Yeah, and there was a couple good ones in the Discord over the weekend. Thought I'd pick the best ones. Tom said, Jack Steele, one kick at half time. My God, he had one kick at half time. See, and you can fire off a half time rocket in the Discord.
Yeah, it's nice.
Watch yourself there, big fella. You've got another half, but you're on notice, captain of the club, and you're letting a couple of pensioners run rings around you. Have some respect for yourself.
Yeah.
It's a fucking fair call.
Yeah.
Lucas12 said, when your player is wide open for a +6, but his teammate is too shit to hit him, ending in a turnover, or ending with him getting subbed on 23. You can add to that.
Yeah.
Fucking no good. Finn said, shout out to Dale for doing me a favour and deciding to chill on the pine and order some Maccas during the last 15 minutes of the game. Help my rank a ton. No good.
Yeah.
And I think that'll do it. Oh, and just lastly, bring in a donut in JHF. Oh, because he probably didn't count, I assume.
Yeah.
When Darcy was right there. So he went...
Yeah.
We did our
Hey,
best.
we
We
said-
tried to say.
Yeah.
What shits me the most is I still have to hope about the horny one being better. Yeah, I have no hope
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
He's-
fuck, you're going to have to carry him as well.
I'll roll him out next week with zero hope. That's just how it is.
Oh, I'm looking forward to best 22 again.
I'm not. I'm enjoying dropping these scores off. All right, well, one more week of buys.
Yeah.
We'll be back to 9 games.
Enjoy your last three trader.
I'll enjoy these 3 trades.
Yeah.
Back to 2.
Then it's going to be back to reality.
Yeah, that sucks. All right, let's wrap this up.
See you guys.
See you next week, legends.